Welcome back to the Avenue, and I am so excited that you're here today. We got a good topic for you today. On this channel, we talk about real life, real money, and building real wealth. And one of the ways we all can start building real wealth, bar none, is to pay ourselves first. You probably heard of that phrase, pay yourself first. We're going to break it down for you so you'll understand exactly what we mean when I say pay yourself first. When I was in the corporate world, I always paid myself first. So let's jump right into that.
She's a go-getter, alright. What a beautiful sight. Anything she sets her mind to, she stays on it day and night. She writes the checks, she signs the deeds. She plants the fruitful seeds and still finds the time to meet all her family needs. Now they look at
The one mistake people make when they get their paycheck, bar none, is that they do not pay themselves first. They pay everybody else. They pay all the bills, they pay this, they pay that, and they never think to give themselves some money for paying themselves first. Because the thing is, you guys, if you don't secure your future by paying yourself first, it will never be secured. No one else is going to come to save you. No one else is securing your future for you. So it is vitally important that you pay yourself first. And that's what we're going to get into, is to make sure we pay ourselves first. The very first thing of the 6 things I'm going to talk about as far as paying yourself first is to make it automatic. This right here is golden. It is, in my opinion, the only way to make sure you pay yourself first each paycheck. We're talking about every paycheck, not one paycheck and not the other. We're talking about every paycheck to take some money out for you. You make it automatic. If it's putting a little money into a savings account, you make it automatic. You let your job do it, you let your bank do it, but you're not writing checks, you're not checking to see what will I move to here. You set an amount that you want to pay yourself first with, going into your savings account, going into investment accounts, going into retirement accounts, whatever amounts those are, you set those amounts and then you make it automatic. So when you get your check to bring it home, you've already paid yourself, right? So what you have left is what you have to live off of. And you live off of a budget off of that, right? But your retirement and everything else, all the savings accounts that you want to put money into, it's already been covered. You don't have to worry about that. So you have to make it automatic. You know, I've been asked the question, well, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. How do I become disciplined in doing that? You don't have to worry about becoming disciplined if you make it automatic, where it's going to come out of your paycheck whether you want it to or not. It's coming out. Get the figure that you want to come out, make it automatic, and you will be good with paying yourself first. So the very first thing is to make it automatic. The second thing I will tell you about paying yourself first is to make sure you fund your emergency fund, fully funded, whatever that looks like for you. Make sure you have all the money in your emergency fund. I would not start a savings in anything else. I would be limited on my investments if I did not have a fully funded emergency fund. If that's 3 months for you, and I would say no less than 3 months, you all, with the things that's been happening lately with people losing their jobs, getting fired, not being able to find jobs. People are graduating from college with degrees and not being able to find a job, or to get a job that they really don't want just to make ends meet until they find something that they really would like to do. So there is no guarantee that anyone is going to ever hire you, you all. So the thing is, make sure you're secure, that you can sleep well at night, but you need to secure your family and your household first. And you do that by creating an emergency fund and paying yourself first there. If you have 3 months of money socked away, 3 months of monthly expenses socked away in a savings account, that's great. If you have 6 months, if you're the head of the household and you feel like you need to have 9 months, still, whatever that is, you figure it out for yourself. You know, how quickly can you get another job if you were to lose one? If a big medical expense comes up on you and you need that emergency fund. And when we deplete our emergency funds, we need to go ahead and put that money back. So everything else kind of comes to a halt until we can replenish that emergency fund. So if you had 3 months and you got furloughed and you had to use a month of 2 of your emergency fund, you're needing to put that money back now. So as you work, the first thing you want to do before you tip into any other savings accounts is to put that emergency fund money back in and build it back up to 3 months. This is the one account that once you're have that number down and once you meet that number, you're done with it until you calculate at the end of the year or sometime during the year, is this still enough for me? It's not a one and done and you never look at it again. I would say to calculate and look at it to see, because inflation, I'm spending more money on groceries these days than I've ever had in my life. And not every trip is I'm buying, meat and stuff like that. Everything is expensive, you guys. And so the expenses go up. So I have to look at my emergency fund to see, do I have enough every month to cover these groceries and all the other insurances and bills that's going up every month? If I were to, couldn't work for a while, do I have enough money for that? I need to recalculate and make sure I have enough money for that, because I can guarantee you if those folks who got furloughed or let go, if they had the month or two in their emergency fund, it would not have been so tough. They may not have missed payments that maybe they missed. They would not have been worried about, missing sleep and all that, wondering how am I going to make ends meet? Because I've heard stories of people, not making ends meet, being too far in debt, and here we go, they don't have an income coming in. So make sure we are taking care of that emergency fund. That is vitally important. And that's one way of definitely paying yourself first. Oh my goodness, this next one is right up my alley. I did it from when they told me I could at my company, and it worked out for me. But paying yourself first is putting money into your retirement accounts. Whatever they offer at your company, if it's a 401k, and if you want to take on an IRA for yourself, anything like that, that's putting money into your future freedom. Listen to me closely. When you put money into these accounts, you're buying your freedom. Money is just paper, right? But what you want to use it for is to buy your freedom. You want to be able to do the things you want to do when you get a certain age, whatever age you deem that as. When you get that certain age, you want to be able to buy the freedom that you can do what you want to do. If you want to work, fine. If you don't want to work, fine. If you want to travel, give money to people, whatever you want to do, it's your freedom at that point. And as we spend money, the money gets away and it's gone. We have no control over it. But as we make money and invest it and save it, we're buying parts of our freedom for the future. And so paying yourself first means making sure you're giving some money to the future you, because that's where one day you're going to get there. One day we all hope to get there. And when we get there, we don't want to get there and not have anything. And when we get there, we don't want to get there and have to go work somewhere as a greeter or whatever it is, because you don't have enough money. Some retirees, like in one of my videos, I said they're going back into work. Some out of boredom, but most because they don't have enough money or they've run out of money when they retired. They didn't calculate enough, or because of inflation, other things hit. They didn't have an emergency fund, and here we go. They're out of money, so they have to go back to work. We don't want that to happen to you. So the retirement fund is golden. As soon as I was able to start putting money into my retirement fund, that's what I started doing. And I put as much as I could. Now, if you want to put only the amount that's going to match what your company's given, if they give a match, that's fine. But make sure with that other money, you do something with it. The mistake is we say, oh, I'm just going to put a match in and I can invest the rest. We just never get around to investing the rest. Another thing, what I did when I was working, you guys, when I got a raise, I raised what I was putting into my retirement account. Raise what you're investing, whatever it is. Don't spend all that money just because you get a raise on lifestyle inflation. You don't want to do that. You want to take care of yourself in the future. You want to pay yourself first and continue to pay yourself first. So that's a great way of paying yourself first. Make sure you're putting money into your retirement accounts. Now, while you're paying yourself first, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as it's becoming available to you. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. And I do want to remind you that I do have my wealth financial therapy cards available for purchase. You can just go on my website. It's down in the show notes below. They are there for you to use as individuals. You can use them as individuals. You can use them as a couple or you can use them in groups. What a great Christmas gift. What a great gift, birthday gift. What a great gift to give anyone who may need these cards, and really sit down and think about your financial situation. Jot down some things so you can become better with money. So with that, share this out to as many people as you possibly can. And thank you for being here. This next one is the one that's the most fun because you get to dream, you get to plan, but that is putting money into future purchases. Things that you know you want, such as if you want another car, if you want to go on trips, if you want to plan a big party, whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to buy a house. These are things that you dream of, you plan. If you want to start a business even, you can do this. But the way you pay yourself first, you set money aside for those in a savings account. You can have your trips for next year fully paid for if you were disciplined to set the money aside. You can have your Christmas for next year fully paid for if you have a Christmas fund and you set money aside for that. And I like to set money aside because I don't want it to affect my budget and my cash flow on a daily basis, right? So I have a monthly cash flow that I handle. And if something comes up, I have my emergency fund for that, for something that's not planned. And for anything else, it should be planned. I have money that I'm putting into accounts to pay for that. You know, I don't like to pay interest on anything except for mortgages. So I will save up, put money where I need to put it to buy those things, because we all have dreams, we all have desires. And this is a fun way of paying yourself first, because it will be done. Once you get back from that trip, you don't have to worry about the bills coming in. Once Christmas is over, you won't have to worry about, paying off bills for the next 6, 7, 8 months until Christmas rolls around again. You're free. So you will have that money. You can work your budget and you won't be stressed out about another bill that I have to pay now, another bill that I gain. You won't have to do that. So I would ask you to take a look at some of the things that you want to do coming up this year. You don't have to live a boring life. You can do the things you want to do, trips you want to take, things you want to go see. It could be big, it could be small. It could be a trip that you plan out over the next 2 years. But start saving for that. So when you can go and enjoy yourself, and when you get back, it's not going to be a burden for you. So that's the next thing, is to make sure you have your savings for the things that you want to buy in the future. We are up to number 5, you guys. I hope you're jotting these down because these are really good. But the number 5 way that you can pay yourself first, and some of you may not like this, but I tell you it's for your own best good. And it's for those large debts that you have accumulated, that you made, that now it's time to pay them back. I would say if you have a debt repayment plan, focus on the one you want to get paid off first, whether it's the largest one, whether it's the one with the highest interest, whether it's the smallest one, whatever you want to focus on that you know that you can stick with to pay it down. But that's one way of paying yourself first, because I can guarantee you that bill is not free. If it's on a credit card, it may be 20, 30% interest, right? And if you pay it down, you are paying yourself first, because you're saving that interest that you would be paying if you just strung it out and paid it over the course of however many years or however many months that you felt that you were going to do that. So that's another way of paying yourself first. Take care of the bills that you actually owe. And personally for me, before I start planning for any trips and having the fun dream stuff, I would make sure my bills are at least paid down and under control. I would pay them all off, and then I would start something else, because I hate interest. That's why. But anyway, interest is not good. It's robbing from you. It's not paying yourself first. It's paying the bank first. It's paying that store first. It's paying whoever you charged on. That's what you're paying first. And you would be amazed at how, when you string, $200 purchase out over months or even years, that $200 purchase all of a sudden becomes a $400 or $500 purchase. So look at your bills, see what you have out there, start paying those bills down, and that is one way of paying yourself first. Now, we're up to number 6. This is it. The last way that I will share with you of paying yourself first is to invest. Even if it's a small amount, there are apps you can put on your phone. You can invest $1, you can invest $5 a week, a paycheck, whatever it is. But get that started, because once you get it started in investing, now that money is working for you. There are apps out there that when you make a charge, it'll roll it up to the next dollar and invest that for you. So there are ways that you can start investing to have your money work for you, because you don't want any extra money just sitting around being lazy. You want it all to work for you. You have assignments for it, and for the ones that you don't have assignments for or specific assignments for, investing is an assignment, and we should all be investing. I did a video on we can't afford not to invest these days, you guys, because we're just losing money behind not investing. There are good investments out there, and the stock market has shown to go up between 7 to 10% conservatively, over time. So I don't have any savings account that I can get 7 or 10% interest on. So, make sure you check into investing. You pick the right stock, pick the right index funds, bonds, whatever it is you want to invest in. But start a little at a time. Don't think that, well, I don't have enough money, so I can't invest. Get that out of your mind. You can invest, start small, start investing. And when you see how it works and when you see how your money is making money, you'll probably get more interested in it and start investing more and more and more. So those are the 6 ways that you can pay yourself first. So now when you hear somebody say pay yourself first, you know exactly what they're talking about. Now, you don't have to use all of them if you don't want to, but pick out 1 or 2 and start doing that and see what a difference it would make in your life by paying yourself first. Okay. So with that, leave me any questions that you may have in the chat below. Just let me know. I answer them all myself, and I would appreciate your support on my financial therapy cards. Go to the website. I also have a free newsletter that you can go in and subscribe to, and I send out information over that. There's a lot of people asking me about, well, what stocks do you pick, Adrian? What stocks are you in? And who knows, maybe I'll slip that into one of my newsletters, but I'm not going to say it on YouTube. So there you have it. So with that, I will see you in the next video.